I know some of us might have come across chatbot, and this is not the first time most of us is hearing about chatbots like that of ChatGPT, where we can prompt it a text and then give us output. We can conversate with it. So in this video, we're going to look at Meta AI API. This API is a chatbot tool we can integrate in Python to make use of it. It's not hard to implement it. That's one of the advantage of this Meta AI. And one of the advantage I like about it is just it's free. It's free. It doesn't, and they're not paying any money. You can, the other parameter, you can decide to log in or not. But when we do that, you're going to see everything step by step. It's not hard. It's easy to implement. Unlike some other chatbot API that requires you to pay some money for maybe a small amount of money for you to make use of them. But one of the disadvantages I find in this Meta AI chatbot or Meta AI API is that it can be a little bit slow, it can be a little bit laggy. I don't know whether if it's caused by the internet or maybe that's the reason why it's kind of a little bit laggy. But let's see an example. First of all, we need to install the Meta API on your in the chatbot on your on your computer by making use of pip install. That's what basically we're going to do. The first step, that's going to be the first step. The second step is to import it. After we're importing it, we are going to then do the other things that comes with it. So the first step is to go to your search down here and then type CMD. You're going to prompt your command prompt. So let me bring this guy here. So inside here, I want us to type pip install Meta AI API. So it's going to be pip what install Meta. You're going to put dash, or I can say hyphen Meta AI dash what API, just simple as this, and then hit enter. In my case, I already have it installed already, but you can see requirement to this satisfy. But in your case, if you don't have it, it's going to install everything that you need for it to run this chatbot. But when you are done installing it, the next thing we're going to do is to import it in our script and make use of it. So let me close this. The first thing is to import it. And how do we import? We can say forward type out the package that we just installed. We want to import Meta AI on it. You know we installed Meta what AI API. This is what we installed. So we want to import AI. Want to import Meta AI. This Meta AI is a class in this package right here. So I can see in this module Meta AI API. This Meta AI is a class of this, which is I'm going to give it you can give it your Facebook login, your password, which is username and password, and a whole lot of other things. And so first of all, we need to initialize the Meta AI by we can create a variable as you can see Meta AI. Inside here, this is we can decide to put our Facebook email. I can decide to put my Facebook email. It can be anything because put your Facebook password, but you start putting all of these credential that is required. There's name also you have to put all of them. So the next thing we're going to do is to initialize and start give it what is called a prompt. We're going to call this this variable, and then since right now we have initialized this Meta API, the next thing we are going to do is to make use of a method on this our Meta API class. So that's basically what we are going to do next. And what are we going to do? We are going to make use of what is called prompt. The prompt is a method inside of this API class. So what this prompt basically takes is a kind of other parameter, but what we'll be interested is in message that we want the output to get, to get from this of our chatbot. So let's create a variable, and we are going to use this AI dot what prompt. Like I said, this prompt is a method inside of this Meta AI. So we are going to give it a message. Here we can type the message that we want. We can say hello. We can say how are you? We can say how are you being? Okay, this is the message that I want. Now we can print out the response because this RES here, I gave it just a chance, so we can print out. You can see response for us to see the output. Make sure you are connected to the internet for you to achieve this or to get an output on the screen. You can see it can take a little bit of time for you to output on your screen, but nevertheless, you're still going to get an output. As we can see, we got this type of dictionary type of output, and there are a whole lot of keys inside there. The first one is of this of message, second one is this source, and the third one is media. These three are the most commonly key that is being present, but there are still a whole lot of other key that might be present depending the type of question we ask this chat bot. So for us to target this message to get our message, we can just target only this message that is here, and why neglecting this other ones? To do that, we'll just come here instead of printing this only this rest, you just give it what a message, because this is how to access the key inside you can say a variable that's holding the dictionary. I explained all this when I talked about dictionary in my previous video, so make sure to check it out. I also want us to do something else. Instead of just directly typing this message here, we can create a variable to hold this of our message. So I can call the message to be, I can say user is going to be the message that we want to enter. And this is my scenario. I want it to be kind of input, so you don't need to manually come here to type it. So I can say, enter what conversation. Yeah. So this just want to, I can say enter conversation here to let someone that is entering it know what is he or she is entering. So since the person is done entering, it's going to be stored in this user. Then I can move the user here, what is entered here. And since this is a chatbot, it's something that is continuously. And for us to make it continuously, we need to establish this first. And then when we're done establishing it, we're going to put these other guys inside a while loop. So we don't need to start a new conversation, just continue from where we stop, like how that of ChatGPT does. So since this is a chatbot, we can keep the conversation going by creating while loop on this instead of us, because anything when we initialize this chatbot, everything is going to be initialized here. So what will enter there is going to be called here and it's going to be printed out the output. So what we can do here is to create a while loop beneath here. You can say while true, and then we can move all these guys inside there. This while loop is basically going to do to make sure the conversation keep on going without us needing to stop the program to run it there. Because when we run it again, this class is going to run inside this of this API is going to run again. Meaning everything is going to start afresh. But putting these guys inside here, we're able to put more messages and then it will continue our conversation from where we left on without needing for us to like how your normal ChatGPT work. The first question I ask it, second question is really going to be related to that of each question. Because if you create a new chat, it will be as if you just started a new chat completely different. So if we were to do it like this, it will be as if we are continuing with the current chat that we are doing. But doing it in this way, putting this while loop, it will be as if we are say continuing with the chat rather than opening new chat, or I can say new profile, or I can say new tab that we can use to communicate. So let's run this and see how this works. Here it prompts me to enter an input. As I can say, hello, how are you doing? I can say, how are you doing? The output takes a little bit of time for it to get to us, depending on what basically consider, depending on how fast your internet is. You can see here I got hello, I'm doing well, thanks for asking. I'm a large model, so I don't have feeling, blah blah blah. How about it? You can see that we're able to get our only the message that we request, which we did here. We already targeted the message because that's what we are interested in. So I can continue the conversation as much as I want. I can say what is today's date? So you can see I was able to get, I said, what is today? He said that today's date is Wednesday, 5th March 2025. You can see I can continue the messaging from where I left. If I keep on asking it more and more questions, it's going to continue from where we left. It's as if we're interacting. Because if I didn't put that wire through, it would be as if I'm starting a new conversation entirely. The speed for the response of this chatbot is definitely going to rely on how fast your internet connectivity. So there's still a lot of other things we can do with this of Meta AI, but I just want to give you a brief understanding how you can implement it in Python programming language. Now, future we are going to make use of this chatbot really more. So I think with this, we have a solid understanding how we can implement this chatbot, this Meta AI API chatbot. So I think this will be the end for this video. If you find it helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also share this video. So I'll be able to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.